Yeah, I think that the difference between informal meetings was a question for me, because as I mentioned earlier, when we had the preparation weekend, we thought about whether we should meet the students at the university in a classroom or at my house or in a bar. And at first I thought it would be really nice to meet them for the first time in a bar or something, and have like a beer or something like that. But I decided to meet the students in a classroom, because I think if you meet outside of the classroom, students might not take it as serious, and like a lot of concentration gets lost.
It should feel very kind of casual and like you're just having a conversation. It shouldn't really feel like, okay, I'm sitting here and I'm giving you advice, but it should be somehow structured by the school so that you know what you're getting, and you know where it is and when it is and things like that, and there's some kind of structure to the program.
The fact that it was more like friends meeting up, even though we didn't really know each other, helped it being like creating the spaces for emotional support that wouldn't have been there if it was really formal or in a seminar room at UCF or something. That would have been really weird, I think.
At UCM you have a common room. At UCM you have a place where basically everybody can go to. It's sort of a living room for students. So I think a lot of student-to-student interaction takes place there.
I think it's a good thing if it's not too formal, because then it does not feel like it feels like we're more on the same level, because we're in a surrounding that is, I don't know, positive, and also not, it doesn't feel pressured, because we could ask what we want, and we could talk about what we want, not necessarily university-related stuff, but also everything, and that was a more friendly atmosphere all in all, I'd say.
At Santana we don't have institutionalized peer advising, but we have some sort of a informal structure. It's a very small university, so there's only 250 of us, and we're divided in 6 departments, and each department has 2 student representatives. And so what typically happens is new students, first-year students, if they need any help with anything, course choice or exams, any kind of help relating to university, then they can go talk to student representatives. In their first year, we have like a meeting, and so we explain how everything works, how course choices works, how faculty advising works for them, and they have our number, so if they need anything, very specific questions or like a general idea on something, they can always call us.
If I need to be honest, I think they were very informal. I mean, as informal as it can get, which is pretty cool by me, because I think that kind of creates more of a connection between mentees and mentors, because when it's such a formal setting, you might feel a bit stressed maybe as a mentee, or I don't know, might not feel as comfortable as you would be in an informal setting, let's say.
Yeah, having a set time and having like this, just sitting in a circle is, it didn't make it formal, but it like a routine. And always at the beginning we had this thing where everybody said where they just came from and what they just did and how they were feeling, and then we started talking about the topics. So it wasn't formal, but it was like with structure, and yeah, that helped, and that wouldn't happen out of this. Yeah.